Hi everyone, my name is Jackie and welcome back to my channel, Books, Board Games, and Ball Gowns. Today I'm going to be doing the board game tag, which was originally done by Tara Jen Crystal. I'll be linking to her video down below. And I think I'm actually only the second person, maybe, to do this tag. So if you're into board games, I'd highly encourage you to do this tag. So board game players, I am tagging all of you. Go, do this tag. So the first question is, what is your favorite board game? Betrayal at House on the Hill. I love this game. Basically, the game starts off where you are exploring the house, and I'm sure I'm going to be doing a recording of my friends and I playing this game at some point. So I will go more in depth about the actual gameplay then. Basically, you're exploring the house, and at some point, the haunt begins. And most of the time that means that one of the players will turn traitor. So it starts off as a co-op and then changes, which is really, really cool and phenomenal. It's especially fun if you throw on some creepy music. And I love this game. It is my ultimate game. And the expansion recently came out, which is Widow's Walk. We've only been able to play one of the new haunts so far, and I already love it, because some of them are based in pop culture. Basically, the haunt that we recently got to play, I was the traitor, and basically I was Voldemort. And I was protecting my Horcruxes, which in the game they called them Soul Cruxes. It was awesome. I loved it. The playtime is approximately an hour, and that can be affected by when the haunt actually begins, but I highly encourage everyone to give this game a try. It can be a little slow moving at the beginning because you are basically building the house, which actually adds a really cool mechanic to the game in that the house is never the same. You will never have the exact same house. The only thing that stays the same are the basement, main floor, and upper floor landings. That's the only thing that will 100% stay the same. But once you get past that, I mean, there are really cool things that happen in this game. There are several different types of cards. You have item cards, omen cards, event cards, and they can either really help you out or they can really mess up your day. It's awesome. So I highly recommend that everyone checks out this game if you're into that kind of thing. And like I said, it's kind of creepy, which is phenomenal. So put on some creepy music and just go to town. The second question is, what is your favorite deck builder? Well, I don't really play deck builders, not because I don't have an interest in them, I just haven't yet. So if anyone has any recommendations for an awesome deck builder, please let me know in the comments below, because I would love to check it out. Question number 3 is, what is your favorite horror game? Now obviously I love Betrayal at House on the Hill, but I'm not going to use that for a second answer, so I am going to say Elder Sign. This game is all about the Ancient Ones, you know, Cthulhu, that kind of thing. You're in a museum trying to stop the Ancient One from rising. There are several different Ancient Ones in this game, which was really cool being able to read about them. This is one of those games where if the Ancient One rises, you are most likely not going to win. So you have to prevent the Ancient One from rising. This game is obviously inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. It is a co-op game, suspense, horror. The gameplay is about 1 to 2 hours, and you can play anywhere from just 1 person to up to 8 people. We have a pretty good record of actually stopping the Ancient One from rising. However, we did have one where the Ancient One did rise. Oh, we got our butts handed to us. So you really want to make sure that the Ancient One does not rise, because you will be in a world of pain. But it's a really fun game. It is definitely one of my favorite horror games, along with Betrayal at House on the Hill. Question number 4 is, what is your favorite party game? I'd have to say my favorite party game is probably going to be Cards Against Humanity. I think most everyone knows this game. It is a party game for horrible people. And obviously there is the nicer version of Apples to Apples. I also really love Quelf because it makes people do stupid things. It's just so much fun. This game is especially fun for me when the rules cards come into play. For instance, there's one in here where every time someone makes eye contact with you, you have to say, "I have you now." And it's just so much fun. It's a really fun party game. If you haven't played it before, I highly recommend it. It is for 3 to 6 players or teams. Question number 5 is, what is the most satisfying game to play? Now, my answer for this does have the contingency of if you win. And my answer is Pandemic. When you win against Pandemic, it is such a feeling of, yes, we did it, we saved the world, it's awesome. However, it's also really crushing when you are so close to winning. Like, you are one turn away from winning, and then one of the cities outbreaks and everything just goes to hell in a handbasket. For those of you who haven't played it, everyone has a different role. For instance, you could be a researcher, you could be a quarantine specialist, you could be a contingency planner. There are all these different roles, and each person has a unique ability. And basically there are 4 different diseases that are plaguing the world, and you have to find the cure for all 4 diseases. That is the thing I want to point out, is that you have to find the cure. You do not actually have to go through and cure every city. That is where my friends and I goofed up the first time that we played it, was we thought we had to cure every single city that had diseases on it. Oh no, 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 no. You just have to find a cure. When the draw deck runs out, game over. There are a couple different ways that you can lose at this game, so the deck is kind of stacked against you, but if you have a good strategy, then you can find cures for everything and just kick this game's butt. Every single time my friends and I play this game, every single one of us ends up standing up around the table because we're just so into this game. The game is for 2 to 4 players, and play usually lasts at least 45 minutes or longer. There are expansions to the game which I really want to get that can allow for additional players and add whole new mechanics to the game. Pandemic, the most satisfying game that I have played, but only if you win. So I just found out that my camera will only record for a certain amount of time, and then it decides to just turn off. So let's try this again. Number 6 is, what is your favorite children's game? Now, unfortunately, I don't actually own this game anymore. I need to go buy it off of Amazon or something. But I think that has to be 13 Dead End Drive. I absolutely love this game. Especially making the little suit of armor fall on people. 2 other games that aren't necessarily kids games, but I associate them with my childhood, are Uno and Yahtzee, because we used to play those at my grandparents' house all the time when I was a kid, and so I have very fond memories of playing those games. Number 7 is, what game are you the best at? I think for that one, I'm going to need to go with Carcassonne. This is the game that got me into board gaming. For some reason, I'm really good at developing a strategy with this game, and Meg. Yeah, I'm pretty darn good at this game. The tile laying game, it's a really quick game to pick up, and so I highly recommend it to really anyone. It can take about 45 minutes to play, and it's good for 2 to 5 people. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's got several expansions out there, which I don't own yet, but I definitely want to. So if I pick those up, I'll be sure to let you all know. Number 8 is, what was your worst board gaming experience? Fairy Tale games, the Battle Royale. I wanted so badly to love this game. The premise is basically the Hunger Games with fairy tale characters. I mean, and all of the artwork is like this. The artwork in this game is amazing. It's a heavy box. I don't know that this is actually out on the market yet, so I'm not sure how many people out there will have had a chance to play it. Basically, Cody kickstarted it, and then fast forward 2.5 years and we finally received it. It just, wonderful premise, but the mechanics are so broken. So the box says that play should take about 90 minutes. No. We were playing for 4 hours and neither of us was anywhere close to winning. If anyone out there has also played this game and has had a different experience, maybe you loved it, please let me know, because maybe we just completely misinterpreted the directions, but why? Like I said, I really wanted to like this game, but it just, nope. Question number 9 is, what was the last game that you learned? I think that was Joking Hazard by Cyanide and Happiness. It's basically Cards Against Humanity, but in comic strip form. Really funny game, and yeah, very much like Cards Against Humanity in that it is for horrible people. So, but it was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. I think that about wraps it up for my board game tag video. If you have a favorite board game, please let me know what it is in the comments, and that way I can check it out if I haven't already. And if you want to do this tag too, please feel free to do so. I will type the questions in the down bar below. My next video is probably going to be my cosplay tag video, so keep an eye out for that. Until next time, I appreciate you all for watching, and thank you so much. Bye!